Students, welcome once again to the Owl Academy of Education. Today we are going to start ICSE class 7 physics. This book is Selena and lesson is first, part is 2. Part 2 of lesson we are going to start here with. In part 1 we have seen up to here. We have discussed up to here in lesson in part first of this video. Now we are going to start measurement of area of regular objects. So which are regular objects? Like square, rectangle, circle, cylinder, sphere, etc. These are all regular objects. So we will see how to measure their area. So area of a square, as you know, side square, all sides of a square are equal. So area of a rectangle length is equal to length into breadth, and area of a circle is pi r square. Area of a circle is pi r square. So now we will move on to the next. What is area of a cylinder? 2 pi r h. Area of a sphere, pi r square, right? Pi, as you know, we take 3.14 or 22 upon 7, right? So we can easily measure the area of regular objects. So we will see how to measure area of irregular objects. So we can measure them with the help of a graph paper. Graph paper is like this. Here the process to measuring the area of irregular object is given. So what we do here is we take the irregular object and place it on the graph paper if the object is small, right? So place the object on the graph paper and draw its boundary. Then count the number of complete or incomplete squares. First we count the number of complete squares, and then we count the number of incomplete squares. Like this, it has gone into the half squares, right? So here the complete squares has been marked as 4, incomplete has been counted as also 4. So total number of square is 4 plus 4, 8. So area of irregular object is 8 into 1 centimeter square equal to 8 centimeter square. So its approximate area would be 8 centimeter square, right? Why we multiply it here with 1 centimeter square? Because area of one big square is 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter equal to 1 centimeter square. So we multiply it with this, right? So we use the formula here, n multiplied 1 centimeter square or equal to n centimeter square. So where n is the number of total number of complete and more than half of or half squares within the boundary of the lamina. This is the lamina, right? So easy process. So here he is explaining that you may be asked to find the volume of an irregular sheet of finite thickness. So here if this has been asked, then don't need to panic. A volume equal to area into the thickness of the sheet. This formula will be used. Now students, we will move on to the next topic, that is density. What is density? Each body has a certain mass and a definite volume. So equal masses of different substances have different volumes, like 1 kg of iron and 1 kg of cotton. 1 kg of iron will have size like this, and cotton would have 1 kg of size this. So which would have more mass? So this 1 kg of cotton would have more mass would be equal, and 1 kg is here, 1 kg is here, but its volume would be different. So equal volume of different substances have different masses, like cubes of iron and wood, and like this, right? They will weigh differently. The process to measure their weight would be also different, right? Now we will move on to the next. So here is the process to measure this. The masses of different substances have different volume. This is 1 kg of weight, and this is 1 kg of sugar. So this is how we measure the sugar or weight, right? So this is equal masses of different substances have different volumes, and equal volumes of different substances have different masses. This is iron and this is aluminium, right? So this shows that mass of iron cube is more than the mass of aluminum cube of same volume. Its volume is same, but iron would have more mass, right? Now if we compare the mass of aluminium with the glass, then mass of aluminum cube is more than mass of glass of the same volume. Same volume is same size, right? But their weight is different. So in the same way, glass and wood have mass of glass cube is more than the mass of wooden cube of the same volume, right? So here in activity 6, you have to take a common beam valence of identical common beam valence and two identical tumblers like this, which is one is filled with milk and the other is filled with water, right? So place tumbler A in the right pan, this is the right pan, and tumbler B in the left pan, right? So what you will notice that mass of tumbler B containing milk is more than that of mass of tumbler A containing water. Since two tumblers are identical but they contain equal volumes of milk and water, but they are different in their masses. So they are identical but they are different in their masses, right? Thus equal volumes of milk and water have different masses. In general, we can say that equal volumes of different substances have different masses. So from what you have learned from the above activities, that 1 kg of sugar occupies more volume than 1 kg of iron, so we can say that iron is denser than sugar. So here we can say that iron is denser than sugar, In other words, particles of iron are closely packed while those of sugar are loosely packed. In the same way, the mass of iron cube is more than mass of identical aluminium because iron is denser than the aluminium. In the same way, mass of aluminium cube is more than the mass of identical glass cube, or we can say that aluminium is denser than glass. So, and in the next activity, glass is denser than wood and milk is denser than water, right? So what is here? We have used the word most is denser. From this denser we get density, right? So we use this word density to differentiate different substances. So what is the definition of density? Is here. The density of a substance is defined as the mass of unit volume of a substance, right? So we mass per unit volume, right? Or we can say that m upon v, density d equal to m upon v, right? For example, the mass of an iron cube of volume 10 centimeter cube is found to be 78 gram. Therefore, density of iron, as we know, mass of iron and volume of iron, so its density would be 78 gram upon 10 centimeter cube of its volume. So, if we do this calculation, it will come 78. We will take its g and its 10 centimeter cube would go above, and there it would become minus centimeter minus cube, right? So this is the formula of density for this. The mass of 1 centimeter cube of water is 1 gram, so its density would become 1 gram of 1 centimeter cube, 1 gram centimeter minus cube. The density of a substance does not change with shape or size. This is important, keep it in mind. Density does not change with the change of shape or size. Units of density, as I have written above, unit of mass upon unit of volume. SI, Standard International. Unit of mass is kilogram. Its kilogram of is kg, and volume is cc, cubic meter or meter cube, right? So the SI unit would become kg meter cube or kg meter minus 3 per minute, kilogram per meter cube, right? The smaller unit is CGS, centimeter gram second, CGS gram centimeter cube, gram per centimeter cube. Here is the relation between kilogram meter minus 3 and gram centimeter minus 3. As we know, 1 kg equal to 1000 gram, or 1 gram would become equal to 1 gram would be, now students, we have seen 1 kg equal to 100 gram or 1 gram equal to 1 upon 1000. So this relation comes from here. We can write it 1000 gram equal to 1 kg or 1 gram equal to 1 upon 1000 kg, right? So next we have seen the relation 1 meter cube equal to 100 centimeter cube. Here this is the relation. So 1 meter cube means 1 meter multiplied 1 meter into 1 meter. So this has come from here. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter, and this will become 10 so 6 zeros, right? So So or we can write it as 1 centimeter cube equal to 1 upon 10 lakh meter cube, right? So in the same way, this is one conversion of 1 gram centimeter cube into kilogram meter cube. So this is the conversion, 1 gram upon 1 centimeter cube, 1 gram equal to 1 upon 1000, as we have seen on the previous page. This we have seen here, this comes from here. So this 1 upon 1000, this will become like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 upon 1. So 3 zeros cancelled, 3 zeros got cancelled, 3 zeros got cancelled. So this has remained 1000, right, which comes here 1000 kilogram per meter cube, right? So thus 1 gram centimeter 1 gram per centimeter cube is equal to 1000 kilogram meter per meter cube. Now this is the fact: the density of almost all solids, liquids and gases decreases with the increase in temperature. So density, keep in mind, decreases with increase in temperature, right? So keep it in mind, density decreases with increase in temperature, right? Why? This is why, because they all expand, solid, whether solid, liquid or gases, they all expand on heating with the here they all expand on heating, but there is one exception, except water. Water always contracts on heating from 0 degree Celsius to 4 degree Celsius and expand on heating from above 4 degree Celsius, right? Keep in mind, very important. All solid, liquid and gases expand on heating, but only water contracts on heating from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius and it expands on heating above the 4 degrees Celsius. Density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius, because up to 4 degrees Celsius it contracts and decreases with when it is cooled down from 4 degree to 0 degree Celsius or it is heated above 4 degree Celsius. So this is the next point you have to keep in mind. Now in the, as we have done in the area and volume, now we will see measurement of density of regular solids. Regular solids, as you know, I have told in the previous pages. So we use the formula density equal to mass upon volume. So we use beam balance, meter ruler, measure the length, breadth and height of a, so volume, to find the formula, volume, length, breadth, height. Once we have calculated the mass and volume, so we can easily calculate the density with this formula or relation, right? So determination of density of an irregular solid is done like this, given in the experiment. Measure the mass of the given solid. First step is we have to find the density of a coin or piece of stone. We use the following process: measure the mass of the given solid using a beam balance. So let this mass be m. To measure the mass of the solid, we use displacement method as we have done earlier. So this is the displacement method. We have find the mass of the volume, so mass of the given solid, right? Now for volume, first measure V1 then measure V2, their difference would give us the volume of the solid. V equal to V2 minus V1 centimeter cube. As we know 1 ml equal to 1 centimeter cube, therefore then we can calculate its density d by mass upon volume, right? So this is the process of calculation of density of an irregular solid. This is the formula. Now determination of density of a liquid. In the same way, take a beaker, measure the mass of the empty beaker, then take a measuring cylinder and pour 50 ml of milk. So milk volume of milk would be 50 centimeter cube, since 1 ml equal to 1 centimeter cube. So transfer milk into the empty beaker, then find the difference. This would become like this. Let m equal to 51.5 gram. Then we have to find the density, mass upon volume. Mass is we have find out here. This would come out to be this 51.5 g upon 50 centimeter cube. This has come to be 1.03 gram centimeter per centimeter cube, right? So these are the density of some common substances. You have to keep them in mind, like cork, wood, ice, glass. These are given. Alcohol, water, milk, mercury, you have to keep in mind, right? Now we will move on to the next topic, that is speed. Speed, as you know, speed is the motion, right? So we have learned when a body is said to be at rest when it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings, while if it changes its position with respect to its surrounding, then we will say treat it as in motion, right? So when the body is in motion, if it moves from this place to this place, so this is the length of the path traveled by it in a certain time. So it would be called distance moved in that direction. This is expressed in the unit meter. Its symbol is meter, small m, right? So we see different types of motion or speed around us. So if we compare the motion of a car and a bullock cart on the road, we find that a car travels more distance than the bullock cart in the same time interval. So we say that car moves faster than the bullock cart, right? Similarly, a boy on a bicycle travels longer distance than boy on foot in the same time because he is slow, right? So what is definition of speed? Now the distance covered or traveled by a body in a unit time is called its speed. So speed is equal to distance traveled upon time taken. This is the speed. So speed is velocity, so we treat it as small v, distance d and time t. Units of speed. So units of speed, distance is measured in meter and time is measured in second, smaller unit. So its unit will become meter per second or meter second minus 1. So larger unit is kilometer per hour. If we convert it into meter per second, so we will get 1 kilometer 1000 meter, 1 hour 3600, 5 meter upon 18 seconds. This is the relation you have to keep in mind. It will very useful, very handy while doing your numericals, right? This is also have to be kept in mind, right? So now the other way, this is the formula to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. Keep it in mind, we have to divide it by 5 upon 18. In the same way, we have to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour. We divide by 18 upon 5. Please keep it in mind, it will be handy while doing the numericals. So this is, if distance is measured in centimeters, then this would come here. Keep it also in mind, right? So this is speed, approximate speed. Please keep it in mind, speed of light and speed of time you must keep in mind in meter per second and kilometer per hour. These two are important, speed of sound and speed of light, right? So this was second part of your chapter. Chapter is lengthy, we will take 2 or 3 videos. We will try to cover the remaining portion in our next video, right students? So if you have understood it well, then please make more and more likes and subscriptions, and for any doubt or query you can write us in the comment section. Now it's goodbye, we will meet in the next video with the remaining portion of this chapter. Till then, learn it more and more, give it more and more practice. Thanks and goodbye.